Welcome to Iacon Underground Radio for the week of April the 6th, 2016. I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
And I'm David.
So, this week, no comic this week, so we'll be discussing the most recent episode of Robots in Disguise, and I suppose possibly touching on the episodes we didn't bother talking about before, by which I mean someone will describe to those of us who haven't seen them yet, the episodes that in the season thus far. But first, the news. So there are some more pictures out now of Takara's version of the Unite Warriors Technobots.
Oh yeah, TF Yuki has been retweeting them in Japanese, but they did something to all the toys.
I mean, they're pictures,
heads.
so
it
doesn't really matter if the text is Japanese.
No, but they're just the grayscales of all the Japanese Technobots, and they're I think was it the car Lightspeed?
Yes.
I think.
Good job.
I got it right this time. I think the only remolding on him is the head. The rest of him, I think, is just Wheeljack. But everybody else is massive retooling.
Does he have
it looks like they've put a lot of effort into all this.
So much. Because, the nose cone, the drill tank, is a remold of Rook. But it's a really serious remold of Rook. They changed the wheels to treads, and he has a sort of a swing scorpion thing on his back that attaches a ginormous drill to the front, which he can plug into his little fist.
It's a pretty big drill. It's not as big as it would actually have to be a real-life functional drill tank.
No.
But it's certainly much larger in proportion to his vehicle mode than the original nose cone toy.
Yeah, and it's bigger than the Hasbro one, which is just using the Brawl mold with a little drill on it. It's like 3 times the size almost.
So I guess more G1 accurate, but
yeah,
not in a good way.
And Strafe looks pretty nice. I actually, from the black and white, I thought that Strafe was a jump starter for a second.
Yeah, he
sort of got that.
In robot mode, he does kind of look like a jump starter, yeah. Well, even in vehicle mode. He's got the build of a jump starter.
Yeah, it was very much the vehicle mode because he was that very blocky with the little cockpit, and then the two, I mean, those are his guns normally, but they do attach to his shoulders on the original toy, and hopefully they will be appropriately bright orange.
Yeah, and Strafe is, he transforms like normal. He doesn't flip over with his legs. He's actually mostly Takara's Blastoff backwards.
Wasn't there talk about how Blastoff looked like he was going to be somebody backwards?
Yeah, cause there was molding on the back and other things, but he's Blastoff, he's got nipple holes on his back, which is where the fin on Blastoff attaches. He's just flipped around with some extra greeblies stuck all over it and different feet. But he's got thruster fists, so he can plug things into his fists. Like Rook and Blastoff.
Yay, greeblies. Well, hopefully he can hold his guns. His guns are acceptable. They're not quite as just straight up cylindrical as the original, but...
Yeah, and it's another thing. They've given everybody a bunch of extra new guns.
Yes. The Technobots, they have to be heavily armed.
Yeah, all the combiners generally were in G1, but in the Combiner Wars, they made them into the feet-hand gun combo thingy. Except for these guys, they get extras.
I mean, admittedly, the Technobots are the Computron is the sum intelligence of 2 really smart guys and 3 idiots. So, I guess it's fine for the 3 idiots to have large guns to protect the really smart guys.
Yeah.
Though Nosecone gets that really great drill. It's a really good drill.
It's just amazing how far Takara's been going with their remolds and re-additions to this. Just, especially, the Technobots. How many people care about the Technobots that much?
1. It's me.
What? No, you care about the aerial bots.
The Technobots are third.
Third there?
After the aerial bots and Breast Force.
I guess, they'd be 5th or 6th on my list, maybe?
I also wrote fanfic in which Technobots were present.
I mean, I like the toys, I just don't remember anything about their characters at all. Unlike, at least, the aerial bots, I at least remember two guys.
I recommend to anyone listening that if you're not familiar with the Technobots as characters, but you're interested in learning, go find a source for G1 cartoons of some sort if you don't have the DVD set. Or if you do have the DVD set, pull out your DVD set and go to season 3. There is an episode called Money is Everything. It has a bunch of weird animation errors, but it's one of the episodes that was sort of trying to be like real science fiction which was something you got every so often in season 3. And it's also...
Was Swindle in that episode?
No, I don't think so.
How can you have a Transformers episode titled Money is Everything without Swindle being in it?
I think I vaguely
Because
remember.
instead of Swindle, it was the first and only appearance of Dirk Manus.
That is the best, worst name ever.
He was pretty much a Han Solo ripoff, and he came and flustered Marissa Fairborn, to whom the Technobots had been assigned.
Oh, right, that
and
episode.
It's actually one of my favorites of season 3. It's genuinely a good episode, but it's also really the only episode that you could call a Technobot episode.
Other than their creation.
Even that's not a Technobot episode.
No, it's not.
That's a Grimlock episode.
We've been created. Thanks for making us, Dad. Bye. We have to go fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's the least Technobot. I mean, no, it's not the least Technobot episode. It's a Technobot episode like The Search for Alpha Trion Part 1 is an Aerial Bot episode. Where they're just built at the end of it. There you go. Though that one also has a lot of, great Perceptor stuff. Grimlock's New Brain has a lot of great Perceptor stuff. And I love, I love G1 Perceptor in the cartoon. Paul Eden's voice.
Anyway. Other news. Other than G1 cartoon of long ago.
Other than Jen's G1
I'll have to look those up at some point. I do really like the high concept of the Technobots.
I mean, Money is Everything it's an 80s cartoon episode, but it's a good episode. So other than that, in other news, there is a picture, and I don't know, was this something that was purchased or just something that someone took a picture of? I guess it says stock photos. But there are pictures of Titan's Return Prime.
Yeah, there were...
It might be Hasbro stock photos, it might even be like retailer stock photos.
Yeah, there was retailer stock photo. Oh, I forget even what it was. Like, they went up pre-order somewhere with photos that are now gone or something.
That maybe Hasbro told them to take down.
Maybe, but like these kind of packaging photos vary often enough that I feel like these are the photos that get taken after the retailer has demanded they send them to their master store where they have like a gigantic store inside an even more gigantic warehouse that they just use as the model store.
Yeah.
And they just have all the perfect planograms of everything, and then they have like a photo studio off to the side where they take pictures of everything for their online store.
So what you're saying is that you suspect these are probably some kind of retailer samples.
Yes.
So these are probably samples that they gave to like, I don't know.
Walmart or Amazon or Toys R Us or Target.
Amazon can have a mock-up of one of their new Amazon stores. Oh, Amazon.
Well, Amazon needs them to take photos of them to put up online.
Yeah. But still, the thought amuses me. And it lists Twincast and Autobot Blaster and Autobot Apex and Power Master Optimus Prime.
And I was impressed to know, based on the packaging, that they both turn into jets.
Yeah, there's like a corner of the packaging has like a triple changer diagram.
Well,
but
they turn into car and jet.
Yeah,
it's like a triangle.
Robot, car, and jet, but they're robot 18-wheeler base, and, well, Blaster's a boombox and a base. At least I think Power Master Optimus Prime turns into a base. I know Blaster did in the earlier stuff we saw.
Yeah, he probably does. It is very interesting that, I mean, this is all stuff we've known since Toy Fair, but it's still very interesting that they're going with a full God Bomber God Jinrai thing with Power Master Optimus Prime. Instead of going for more just the plain American, not having this extra guy.
Well, put extra things on him if you
More
can.
fun option.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is more fun, and that's definitely something, it's something that, the fans will appreciate at least, and as we've seen, the fans are a acceptably large amount of their market these days.
And also, I guess, to differentiate him more from Ultra Magnus, who he's sort of half built out of.
Mm-hmm. And I guess that gives them a reason to have that little chess panel that comes up.
Yep. I'm kind of surprised that, deco-wise, we've got 2 red and warm gray toys in the same leader wave.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Been a lot of
That's
that lately, that very similar colors.
Yeah, I mean, you'd at least think for Power Master Optimus Prime they would have gone with a cool gray.
Yeah.
I don't know, all the Power Master Optimus Primes I've ever had have been pretty warm gray by the time I got them.
True.
Yeah, well, it was originally a little bit cooler than it is, because, the Blasters has definitely always been a warm gray. A nice French gray.
Well, yellowing, you see.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that I'm amused by the fact that the packaging has their heads blasting off of their torsos.
Yes, or...
That is kind of delightful.
Well, I think it's supposed to be like they're landing and they're like little repulsor jets. Like they're lunar landers.
I mean, either way, their head is either ejecting or docking on their torso. Their head is removed from their torso, and that's what really matters here.
Yeah,
I will note there was a point at which Hasbro did some consumer research, and they found out that when kids are playing with these toys, the moment of the head reveal is when kids think of them as being in the new mode.
Oh, I remember, I think Aaron or someone was talking about that at one point at a BotCon.
Yeah. So it does make sense from an art standpoint to emphasize that moment, especially in the line where you have the interchangeable heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
because that was part of why some of the classic stuff has sort of a final head reveal step. That was when they were definitely going very much off that philosophy.
But these two guys are, what, leader class or whatever they're, or bigger, anyway. Don't they actually have a helmet that goes over the little head that plugs in?
Huh, do they?
I think they do.
This is a good question. So like a Scorponok kind of thing.
Yeah, like a Scorponok. Yes, so
this isn't only Power Master Optimus Prime, it's also Energon Optimus Prime.
No!
Yeah.
Never again.
Yes, so I'm pretty sure these guys have that because they're the bigger ones. So it means the picture of the head that's actually landing on the body isn't quite what the head looks like when you plug it in, because you have to flip the helmet over too.
Either Apex nor Twin Cast. Shouldn't be Twin Cast, he should be New Blaster. Oh, that was...
I don't know.
No, he was
Twin Cast is a name.
He was Blaster after he was Billy before. I'm sorry. Now we're referencing the bad original English dubs of the Headmasters cartoon, in which Blaster was Billy until he was killed, and then became Blaster, which would have been Twin Cast. Which, if you're not familiar with these things, that is where the name Twin Cast comes from. Is that was a redeco of Blaster that was in Japan, and in the cartoon it was just the same guy rebuilt. Which is better than Soundwave, who got rebuilt into new Soundwave.
Well, maybe he could be Bleemcast instead and let you play Metal Gear Solid on your PC or Dreamcast.
Yes. I am a little sad that Optimus Prime's guy is not literally high Q.
Yeah, but Apex is, it's a robot, or a monkey in charge of a robot that turns into a truck.
Is he monkey-like at all?
He's probably not monkey themed, but just with the name Apex. It's like,
I assume that was reference to Apex armor.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I love Haikyuu. I love in the comic where he's just this bald guy.
Yeah. He's like a really cranky Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
So Cooler is my favorite flavor of Haikyuu.
So there's that, and I recommend looking those up because they're interesting, and they'll let you know what you need to be looking for whenever those actually... What am I saying whenever they show up on the shelf? Nobody goes to stores to buy toys anymore.
Yeah,
Well, I go to stores with the intention of, okay, if I see anything I want, I'll buy it, but it's never on the shelf because my Walmart is the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do find toys in stores some of these days, but if it's something I really want, I probably already ordered it online.
Yeah.
I think then we could get into a big discussion of the economics of gas prices, but yes, I will say that also I don't have a working car anymore personally, but for other people who don't live the super urban life, the whole issue of having to drive lots of places and spend all that money on gas probably...
Well, that's why I combine it. Usually I go looking when I'm out picking up my weekly comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Or when I'm out picking up groceries.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm bored and walk to Target.
Yeah.
So, the other news we have...
Well,
the final...
not much.
Yes, the final news for this week is about that exciting Machinima-produced series that we've been talking about, which apparently... I hope you weren't wanting to watch it or anything.
Yeah, that
because
might be a problem now.
Apparently...
It's a Go90 exclusive. And to answer your next question, Go90 is a website / mobile app run by Verizon with basically being like Crackle or Hulu or insert streaming video website here that is basically built around the gimmick of, we have some sports, and if you're a Verizon customer, we won't count you watching them against your data plan.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it is. It exists to break net neutrality.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not great.
It seems like the only reason it exists is for Verizon to give the middle finger to net neutrality on mobile.
Yeah, so Verizon can say, hey, if you use this, basically they're showing preference for their own service here, which is exactly what net neutrality... If you don't follow the political issues of the technical spheres, basically it's about internet providers not being able to give preferential treatment to certain websites or services. And that's exactly what Verizon is doing, is giving preferential treatment to this. Are you, and claiming it's a feature. Now, is this something that you can actually use if you're not a Verizon customer?
It appears to be.
Okay, so we might actually be able to go to their website and watch it when it comes out?
Yeah, although I think it is mobile only, but...
It may be. I wonder if this is something that is actually owned by Verizon or something that just is partnered with Verizon.
That is a good question.
Because, yeah, I'm looking on their website, and that's just www.go90.com. And it's, got links to the apps, live NBA games. Yay,
oh yeah,
sports.
all I see are links to apps. And...
People asking for subscriptions to the sports balls.
Yeah, it's people needing the sports. Oh, great, there's something with Shrek on it. This is promising.
At least it's not Minions.
I guess. They couldn't get Minions, that cost too much. So it does say download and watch for free. Some content exclusive to Verizon Wireless customers.
Oh, good.
Now, we don't know that this is going to be
one of those
a Verizon Wireless, something that's exclusive to Verizon Wireless customers. So it would be kind of hilarious if it was. And by hilarious, I mean terrible.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like this is exclusive to Verizon Wireless. It's just like Verizon, the cable company's app. And they're doing the partnership with Verizon Wireless, who is technically the same company.
Still, it's like...
Because it's not like they're not going to take your money to let you watch sports ball.
Yeah, but you gotta watch the sports ball.
Well, you're going to need a smartphone to get the app, which I don't have.
Look, I live in a fairly major city where last night the big local news was about some former college quarterback getting pulled over for drunk driving, so I resent sports a lot. So I apologize if you're one of those people who gets all upset about people being mocking sports. Like, oh no, heaven forbid people mock sports. But I really hate sports.
Just don't watch me.
I can say one good thing about sports. It got me a free cheese coney today.
Ooh. I guess that's almost... I'm sure that almost makes up for 12 years I've put up with traffic jams and not being able to park anywhere right now.
Not remotely.
Anywho, this is getting trimmed and look, at least, okay, we know the platform that the Combiner Wars cartoon is coming out on. Something we may not even be able to watch. And it's coming out this summer. It's vague, so...
Titans Returns is going to be out by then, right?
Yeah.
Titans Return, and I would like to point out that really, really messes me up. That it doesn't have an S at the end. Because the plural is the subject.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it does make sense that if it's Titans, it would just be Return.
Yeah, and that's what it is, but it's really not what we're used to classics, or, I mean, I guess like Armada was one thing. Robots in Disguise is one thing, but just something
Energon
about...
is one thing.
Maybe it's just because Combiner Wars
Yeah.
has been something that ends in an S. It really... You want to say Titans Returns, but no,
we're just used to
Also
Transformers, Combiner Wars, Beast Wars, Titans Return.
And almost nothing that uses returns at the end is singular like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to say. But anyway, that's me being...
Anyway, so...
Yeah, it's not Batman Returns, and you're just not used to having a plural group returning.
Exactly.
Maybe we'll hear more about this when BotCon rolls around, and they'll have an announcement there if anybody from this shows up at BotCon.
Yay, BotCon this coming weekend.
Yay! I'm going to be moving instead.
It's going to be the fourth one I've ever missed.
Oh.
Alas.
Pretty good record.
Yeah, I'll survive. It got sorta, I mean, I'm sure I've mentioned my opinion on that if David hasn't cut it entirely.
I maybe have trimmed bits of it, you know.
But yeah, so that's possibly the last BotCon this weekend. I guess maybe we'll know more about that after BotCon.
Yeah, we should have plenty of news to cover next week. This week, I think all we have left to cover is Robots in Disguise episodes.
Yeah, so did anything important happen to catch me up before I watched this new episode?
Oh, well, yeah, this episode was sort of important in the end.
Yeah, this one was actually fairly important, and also it featured the return of Frank Stallone.
Yes. Yeah, but before the episodes before this are mostly forgettable or just okay. Last week was basically flowers for Grimlock. He became smart, and then he had to take his smarts away. And,
So it was Grimlock's new brain, is what you're saying.
Yeah, only he didn't build any Technobots this time.
Oh, so it was a bad Grimlock's new brain.
Yeah, he all he did was save his friends from being destroyed by a particle accelerator.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what happened in Grimlock's new brain, except I think it had something to do with Unicron's head.
Yeah,
yes, it did. It had to do with Unicron's head and some weird malfunctioning stuff. And then Rodimus turned into Hot Rod for a moment, and it actually may not have been an animation error.
Yeah, so this is the first episode since they got separated, and old man Grandpa Prime has been wandering about in the snow and the desert and whatnot. And we're back to Bumblebee and Strong Arm and Grimlock. And
and then Steeljaw shows up at their doorstep. First, to establish the theme of the episode, Russell has to do some magic tricks for them.
Yes.
Because sleight of hand is the theme of the episode. And, but yes, then Steeljaw shows up on their doorstep, like, bleeding, or as the people at tfu.info put it, on Twitter, they're leaking something. He was leaking something other than what, I usually say. He's oozing. He was not oozing sexuality, though he's always oozing sexuality. But he was also oozing energon.
Yes, and he claimed to have been beaten up by Scorponok because he had 3 claw marks on his chest right where he could reach them himself, not where a scorpion could.
Well, yeah.
Steel jaw up to his old tricks.
So he comes and falls over, does a pretty good job of being all beat up, and they put him away in one of their cryo chambers while they go out to see what's up with Scorponok. And I choose to believe that, they point out that Bumblebee's making extra super careful to be sure that he's secured, because he makes him uncomfortable. And I choose to believe that that's because of his rampant sexuality.
Yeah.
That's why he makes Bumblebee uncomfortable. So they go out, Scorponok's there, and he's got some little mini-cons, little, gorilla-like mini-cons.
Oh, they're awesome.
So I would like to take a moment, because I think that this is something that's not been, properly addressed. I think we brought up earlier when it came up that some of the mini-cons speak, critters language.
Yeah, last season they all talked, I think.
Yeah.
But we've had, Drift's ones talk this season, too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, the new ones, this season, half of the ones introduced have, just been making weird little critter, Frank Welker animal noises.
They've
So good.
been like grunts from Halo.
I think they sound like critters as in, the 80s horror movie critters. But,
That kind of stuff. The little
Yes.
fun things.
so good. My headcanon, I have a headcanon for this because I am adept at creating headcanons for minicons. That's one of my hobbies. Is that is actually the native minicon language, but some of the minicons, especially those who primarily associate with larger transformers, have also chosen to learn their language.
That sounds entirely reasonable to me.
Because pretty much all the ones who we've seen who speak the chattery language are in pairs. They primarily speak it to each other.
Yeah, there was
And
Overloads too, these two. Because,
Yeah, and
Crazy
Overload hadn't been working with his two prior to when he ran into them on Earth, so we don't have any reason to think those two had been working with larger Transformers really before
and then
that.
Crazy Bolt's one guy, only we've seen him speaking English/Cybertronian, really.
Yeah.
Mostly because he's more articulate than Crazy Bolt.
Yes. Oh, he's so adorable, though.
Yeah, and he's not getting a toy.
What?
I don't think he's getting a toy yet, because Crazy Bolt, we've seen the toy of it, and he shoots around what's his minicon. I don't know what it's called. It may even have the same name. What is it? Something slash? Anyway, but he shoots round ones, not torpedoes. So as far as I know, we're not getting his heterochromiad crazy lizard slasher.
He's so cute and ridiculous and insane and adorable. Now I'm sad. Now I'm disappointed.
But in the meantime, as Strong Arm zooms straight off back to base...
Slice Dice, that's his name. I had to look it up. Slice Dice.
That is a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, Steeljaw breaks out of his pod and breaks everyone else out of their pods.
Well, not everyone. He breaks, half his old gang, Overload and... Oh, does he break out the wrecking machine dude? What was his name?
Yeah, he breaks out the wrecking machine guy, Overload, Frank Stallone,
Thunderhoof,
Thunderhoof,
Bisk, and
Clampdown, and Quillfire. We see Quillfire. I don't know if we see him in the initial scene, but he shows up when they're all transforming and leaving. And Springload, the frog.
And do we see Ramhorn at this point?
I don't know. I don't see him listed on the character list for the episode on the wiki. So I'm thinking he might have left him. You know who else he left behind?
He shows up at the end, though.
Filch. He left Filch behind.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
maybe, I don't know.
There's a distinct lack of Filch in this episode.
Yeah.
Go add it to the wiki. That's... you saw him in there. Go add it to the wiki. Yes. Overload, Ground Pounder, Thunderhoof, Springload, Bisk, Clampdown, and Quillfire. I do appreciate that Bisk and Clampdown are both there.
Yes.
They don't get speaking lines, so we don't get to hear Jim Cummings being the best Jim Cummings ever as Clampdown, but We do get some speaking lines from Thunderhoof, so that's okay.
Yes, another paycheck for Frank Stallone.
Yes. Though, I forget whether I... Go
and then
ahead.
Steeljaw's just all, yeah, you guys have no reason to trust me, just go ahead and bugger off.
Mm-hmm. So he sends them off, and then he starts threatening the humans.
Oh yeah,
And
because he has them in a subsonic force field, because that's how subsonic works.
Well,
that's a thing.
it's
That's
a force
totally a
field.
thing.
Who knows? It doesn't really matter.
I don't think...
The point is, he's threatening to squish the humans and fix it.
Yep.
Yes, because they have some weapons around there that he wants. When then Strong Arm shows back up.
And Strong Arm whips his ass.
Yes.
It's a very wrestling-inspired fight, but it's a really good action sequence.
I was
it's
thinking more...
probably worth looking at the episode for.
I was thinking more Kamen Rider inspired since she starts her offense off with a flying kick.
Fix-It demands to see a pile driver.
Oh, I guess I missed that part.
Aw, Fix-It.
But yeah, there's some neat reversals, some drop kicks. It's a very cool action sequence.
Which he ultimately wins, except then Steeljaw starts squishing the little guys. He's like, he does the whole, like, hero's dilemma thing.
Yeah.
It's like, if you let me go, or I'm gonna squish them.
Well, that's kind of the midpoint, and then they do another round of sparring, and then she reveals she pickpocketed it off of him during the fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he just bails, and then the thing's almost about to crush our human friends and fix it, and she's just going, oh god, there's too many buttons on this thing, I'm trying guys, I'm trying. There's only one button on the thing.
Yeah, on the show model,
saw
there's
the thing.
one button. One.
Maybe there are a lot of, like, hidden buttons.
I mean, there could be a
it's
dial
like
there too, but it's mostly just one button right in the middle.
Look,
it's
she's
like
not
dealing
their
with an
tech person.
Maybe it's like dealing with an iOS device where it's like, okay, tap the button twice, it does one thing. Hold the button down for 2 seconds, it does another thing. Tap the button enough that it clicks, but don't hold it down, it does another thing.
Oh.
Yes. So there's only one button, but it does, like, 10 different things.
Yes.
Oh, maybe
Has to
it's
figure
like
out
one
which...
of those little nubbin things like on an old trackpad. Could be that. It could be
I still prefer those.
I know many dirty names for those. Anyway. I used to
I will
be-
not say them for the sake of
No.
keeping this safe for work.
This is David's job to keep things PG-13. So yes.
I'm going to say it as soon as we get off the air.
Anywho.
She lets them out. It's all very exciting.
Yep.
And the other Decepticons have gone to meet up with Glowstrike and her little hidden ship in the swamp.
Yep.
The Autobots have learned a valuable lesson.
Oh,
I don't know
also,
what that was.
Crazy Bolt and Scorponok are still fighting Bumblebee and Grimlock, and it's not going well for Bumblebee and Grimlock until they decide to distract them with sleight of hand, at which point they start using the random drive-in theater as a weapon and kick their butts.
Yes, by using the magic trick Bumblebee learned earlier in the episode.
Of course, because it's got to be thematically. I don't know. Kids like that kind of thing.
I guess.
Yeah, Steeljaw doing exactly the same thing to them wasn't enough of a thematic link.
No, that was nice. I just like to fight at a drive-in, even though it was an old, broken-down drive-in.
Yeah,
It's cool.
always nice to see a drive-in. We've actually still got a functional drive-in here in town.
There are some
The last
alleyways.
movie I saw in a drive-in was the first Transformers movie.
The last movie I saw
First
at a
Michael Bay
drive-in
Transformers movie.
was the third Jurassic Park movie.
I don't remember the last movie I saw on the drive-in. Probably would have been in the
Followed
Before
as a
that-
double feature by Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
It's not as bad as people say, it's
Although-
just not a good movie.
Although, actually, I might be able to go you one better. Before seeing Transformers 2007 at the drive-in, my previous drive-in movie theater experience had been a double feature of Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and Wild Wild West.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a skeevy night.
So yeah, that's an episode.
Yeah, but they captured Crazy Bolt, his little mini-con, and Scorponok, but they lost like
Yes,
half a
And
dozen
Scorponok's
guys.
too many times. And they lost all the fun guys from season 1 that they still want to sell toys of.
Okay.
So they tossed Crazy Bolt and Scorponok under the bus, and yeah. So wasn't Scorponok like the one hanging around as Glowsting's like buddy?
Yeah, I thought he was like second in command, or
buddy.
They were co-commanders, but now he's gone because
yeah, that was a pretty major character to throw under the bus.
Yeah, especially since
we're getting... the man they know about Steeljaw at one point too. Why do I keep confusing his name with Silverbolt?
Because he's a dog, and he's got a dog face. And, yeah, but the Steeljaw threw them under the bus so he could gain more power in the organization with his own
Because
goons.
He is now basically Glowstrike's Starscream.
Yes. Which is a way better place to put Steeljaw, because it is what he's good at.
Yeah, I mean, having him in charge of everybody is not nearly as fun as having him trying to be in charge of everybody.
Yeah, it works better.
Having him undermining other characters.
I almost feel like the Starscream comparison isn't giving him enough credit. It's less him trying to be in charge of the other people and more him managing to be in charge of the other people despite not officially being in charge of them.
Yeah, he's a more successful Starscream.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely a capable iteration of that role, but yes, he's going to be the mischievous, undermining second in command, which is interesting. Saberhorn does seem to have risen up in the ranks pretty well, though, because
he seemed important before, like he was like the main lieutenant or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the name I got wrong, isn't it? I said Ramhorn before, and I meant Saberhorn.
Oh,
close enough.
Oh yeah,
but yes,
wait, they did catch him, didn't they? Did they? I don't remember.
Saberhorn was there at the end. I don't think he ever got caught.
Okay, I was just confusing who's been in the same
Oh yeah,
spot.
he fled in the episode a few episodes ago.
Because he's great.
Yeah. Yes. He's a great fencer.
He's pretty great.
He's a great horned beetle.
Yes, he's so great, it's in his name. So, are we getting a toy of Glowstrike? Because I want a toy of
I really hope so.
She's so great.
Well, she hasn't done much, but she's nice and imposing, and she's saying...
And she's voiced by Grey DeLisle, so she's got to be important.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I thought it was Delise. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I would say that Clampdown is voiced by Jim Cummings, but then Jim Cummings is pretty much always additional voices.
Yes, he's the Scott McNeil of the show.
Yes, he exists to be additional voices. Or like half of the people in Skyrim. So yeah,
I also loved Glowstrike just looking over her new recruits.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm very impressed until she gets to the frog.
No, Clampdown.
Yeah,
Clampdown's little rotating eyes and his goofiness.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything, he just is clamped down.
His googly eyes were all like weird and then they pop to attention. She was like,
Someone has to take out the trash.
Oh, Clampdown.
There's one weird thing I noticed with the animation in this episode, and it was when Bumblebee was getting anime stock art transformation sequences.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sparks shot out from his hands when they were retracting back into his arms.
Yeah, for a moment I thought maybe he was like injured. It's like, is he okay? But no, that just seemed to be some thing that they decided to do with his animation.
Wait,
Yeah, that's it.
wasn't that like in the original preview of the first season, like the stock animations they showed, wasn't there some like sparking effects there? Or like
There probably was.
flashier effects.
I probably just haven't paid close enough attention. But yeah, I love what this show is doing with the plots and the character designs, but so many of the animation decisions baffle me.
Kinda.
Like why they seem to be animating at like 12 frames a second instead of 24 half the time. Or 15 instead of 30.
I don't know. All I know is that there are
slowed down.
all these awesome Decepticon ideas and designs that we aren't getting as toys, and it makes me sad.
Oh, it makes me so sad too, but at least we do get Steeljaw.
Yes, we do get at least a few different Steeljaws.
And we need a Filch. It's gonna be a crime if we don't get a Filch.
It'd be nice if we see Filch again. It's like, we need Glowstrike. It'd be nice to have Saberhorn. A bigger Clampdown would be nice, but I doubt it. At least I got a little.
Yeah.
Let's Thunderhoof.
Yeah, we're getting, what is it like? Oh yeah, there's like 3 different Thunderhoofs, because there's a 3-step, the little one, and we're getting a deluxe, or was it one of the bigger, weirder sizes? The size classes in this series are confusing.
I don't know. I occasionally keep up with toy stuff.
Yeah, well, then again, I haven't got that many. I got a steel
I
gun.
figured the odds of me seeing any of the stuff in stores is low enough anyway.
I only keep up with Technobots. So, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything to add?
No, it's a light week.
If Robots in Disguise isn't stating your need for Transformers cartoons, you do now have the option of watching a full subtitled version of Beast Wars 2. If you hate yourself that much, go for it.
Why would you do that?
No, we tried it, and it's watching the whole show. No, maybe a couple select episodes in there might be interesting just to see, but don't watch the whole thing. No.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I guess if you're really into like half-hearted kids anime from the late 90s, then knock yourself out.
There's better things you could find out there. There's so many other
Go
things.
watch Gal Gaigar, man.
Or any number of other shows.
Got a bunch of friends on Twitter who are suddenly obsessed with this show called Iron Leaguer.
Oh.
Go watch that. It's got robots.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's anything. There's many other things that are on YouTube or on Crunchyroll or whatnot.
Various Brave shows.
Yeah. Or
I'm astonished at the number of like 20-year-olds I'm seeing who are like mainlining Brave shows. Like, oh, okay.
fair, they're reasonably good. Or you could just go to Netflix and watch Robots in Disguise Season 1. This
Yes.
Robots in Disguise, not the other Robots in Disguise.
Yes, in the US at least, that is now available on Netflix. I have not asked enough people to see where else it's available, but it is available in the US, as I discovered looking through Netflix.
Maybe I should go back and catch up.
Yeah, it's not a bad series. It just, like I've said, it sort of lacks an overall cohesiveness, but it does end with sexy Megatronus.
Debatable. It's a good design. I just... For a guy who's basically the leader of all evil from the beginning of Cybertron, he wasn't that imposing.
He's just got a mask, and underneath it is just this face, just this dude face. I'm a sucker for dude robot faces, just plain old face. It's not as imposing as, Satan should be.
I'm entirely on board with the face, but I just can't get behind any Megatronus who's not on fire.
Yeah.
It's true. He should be on fire. I feel like that's a defining characteristic of the character.
Or at least leaking glowing energon or something.
No.
He was just a dude.
Yeah.
And he got beat up.
That's the thing. This guy. Poor guy. Oh well. Alright, so I think that is it for this week.
Yay.
So we will see you all next week, probably with lots of exciting new BotCon news, or possibly lukewarm BotCon news. I don't know. I guess we'll find out at BotCon.
There'll be at least be something from BotCon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some cool stuff and some stories of Fun Pub screwing things up.
Yes, we could talk about pictures that people we know who are at BotCon took that we're sharing in audio format. It may be a little weird.
The most efficient way to share pictures.
Yes,
Because they only take 1,000 words to
by discussing the pictures.
An audio podcast for a
there's-
visual world.
I've seen podcasts that based on less. That's why you need all the chatter in between where you're having diversions about the local sports culture. Because otherwise people can just look at this stuff for themselves.
Here's hoping you're at work by now, everyone.
Yes,
Was your
here's
ride
hoping you
enjoyable?
know
Hopefully it wasn't too bad.
your destination. Alright, well, we will let you all get back to work then. So until next week, this is Jen.
And Alex.
And David with your Drive Time News. See you next week.